Hello, hi. I'm just peachy. Today I got some classic scene shit. Were you guys part of the scene? Do you guys remember MySpace? I hope not. We've never been the same since, and my god, the world's been a darker place because of it. So I thought I would look at an album from the past, from freaking 15 years ago, and maybe I could decide if it's good or not, or if it's bad. And it's like we grow, we change, we're reborn, then we grow again, and then I'm here, and that's what we're doing, okay? Classic song. My God. I can't believe that 15 years later, I get to do this. I get to sit here and look at you and say, this is the peak. This is the best the scene ever got. And this is the best the scene will probably ever be. And I want to go back, but we can't go back. So we must go forward. But we can look back and I can try and look at my emotions and my thoughts and try to figure out the reasons why 15 years later this has stuck with me and why 15 years later I'm still saying
your mother has a sickness.
That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say something like,
Even some of the guys nowadays love to have a hot actor in the film. You know, it's all good.
Thanks, Eric. Why did I set my friends on fire, set themselves apart at a time where there were a million bands in the scene doing electronic, auto-tune, screamo metalcore? Why did these dudes make a album that sat somewhere very fondly in my heart? Though I will say that the rap tracks, like the ones that got them recognitions, the one that got them like any sort of fame, being the first screamo official version of a famous ironic rap song, doing the Crank That Soulja Boy screamo version, setting off just a whole era of just screamifying songs that I don't know if we're out of yet. Don't know if I Set My Friends on Fire did it well. Regardless of that, it garnered them attention, and I can't deny that doing something new and setting a trend is something worth attention. They had their finger on the pulse of the corpse that was the scene at the time, and they revived it, or they gave it life, at least for a little longer before our beautiful days were tarnished away in the summer of youth, and now we're just sitting here 15. Now, I want to say when I went to Warped Tour 2015, I don't know. I don't keep track. They were one of the first bands that started off the day. And did they start off my day right? If you've been listening to me, then you know there is one thing I tend to praise above all else, and that is energy. Consider it sort of a magic sauce that bands, that music has to have for me to gravitate towards it. What I think it is on the most basic level is, does my brain perceive the music you're playing as the genuine music that you want to be making in an effort to, there has to be a spirit, an innovative spirit about the music. I'm not easily impressed by seeing a competent cover. I'm not easily impressed by seeing raw talent, because competency to me means nothing if the person, if the artist behind it isn't doing it from a way that I can fundamentally relate to. Even if it's juvenilely so, I still need to fundamentally relate to the art to enjoy it. And Crank That Soulja Boy, I don't enjoy that by itself, but I enjoy the chance they took to do it, and I enjoy the sheer 100% effort that they put into crafting the songs around that they weren't just a meme band, and in fact the hardcore two-step and Crank That Soulja Boy cuts on this record are two songs that I actively always skip and left off my iPods because I think their musical talents, the things I enjoy about them, go far beyond the memification that they were able to create for themselves on the MySpace scene, and then again when they hooked up with Smosh. I Set My Friends on Fire isn't just a screamo band with fun songs, but one that genuinely made an impact on how I thought about music in terms of song structure, in terms of song intensity, in terms of being catchy and hooky while also being just insanely erratic and intense. His screams have such a energetic flow to them. I can't help but to enjoy the performance that's being presented in this original incarnation of the band. When we go on to Astral Projection, I do think they lose that energy, they lose that sauce. It's found a little bit more on the demo, re-release, redo version of it. That original one just doesn't have it, like You Can't Spell Slaughter Without the Laughter. And this music video,
My tits stand up like the American flag,
perfectly represents what this band is trying to do. There is a DIY sort of cheap, scrappy aesthetic to it that I respect, and it's reminiscent of emo bands. It does remind me of old Taking Back Sunday music videos where they are just in film photography studio doing whatever innovative musical things they can do to make a music video seem exciting. I like just the stark colors and the shadows that they create here. It's very striking against the amateurish film student feeling part of the music video. I enjoy the story. I enjoy this boyish little boy thinking that his orange friend is betraying him, only to find out that his orange friend was throwing him a super rad house party. Oh no, he thought his friend was cheating on him, but she was talking about the party. Party that was for him because everyone loves him. And this is the band trying to give love back to their fans. Also trying to be uplifting for a little tiny part of their career. Whether it is ironic or genuine, you do feel a little sense of camaraderie and upliftingness. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have all these multiple crowds. So now it's time for me to choose which one I belong to. They're trying to decide if they want to like sell out and be this popular band, but they're orange. Things don't rhyme with orange. And the more you keep trying to make orange rhyme with shit, the more you see that it just doesn't work. Really, you just gotta see the love and the friendship and the connection and the beauty and the joy that's right in front of you for you to say it, for you to feel.
My nights are a lot bigger than that one.
No, Derek, how about this?
Avatar.
Finally feel that avatar, the full avatar feeling. Freedom of just running with your blue legs for the first time. On a musical level, this album is produced in a punchy, tight, loud, aggressive way, but with earnest and honest touches and organic, natural hooks created through electronics. You think of Attack Attack, you think of the worst offenders when it comes to just the most auto-tune, obnoxious, clashing, abandon all sounding music, and you think that is what you're listening to, but there is a craft and a depth and understanding of what these two guys can do with autotune, how they can utilize it to represent the emotional core they're trying to pull through the songs. Things That Rhyme with Orange doesn't only feel like an emo anthem, it feels just like a song that lives deep within my memory of what that time period consisted of. And I do honestly believe it's one of the best things that MySpace era of Screamo has to offer. And I hope that they aren't lost to time. Their failure to follow up with anything substantial didn't discredit this album from being an essential cornerstone of the emo, screamo, Warped Tour, MySpace era. And that is an era that I'm constantly trying to reevaluate whether or not I just enjoy the aesthetics, I enjoy the songs and the anger and the camaraderie and the haircuts. Oh boy, did I enjoy the haircut. Or is it something that doesn't really hold true to the person I am today, to the person that I have come to be, I guess. And so then the question becomes, where do I put it? Where do I freaking place it? Is it slam it in the slam it category, which I will admit, none of the music videos we have come across so far has been a slam it. Slam jam, that's mediocre. That's something I can listen to, but like on a playlist, passively. I would never choose it. I would never want that for myself, nor would I really want it for you. But if it comes on, I'm not gonna judge you if you know the words. And then Jam It and the Jam It gonna be the two categories that is selectively reserved for music that totally actually kind of kicks ass. And it just depends on if I totally completely agree with where you're coming from, or if I feel like, I don't know, maybe there's some weird things that are holding me back. Honestly, things that rhyme with orange, it'd be weird if I talked so much praise of it and did not set it over here on the total Jam It list, because honestly, it is iconic. And that music video holds a special place in my heart for DIY film school, filmmaking music videos. There's a lot of joy in it, camaraderie, and I think the spirit and message that they're trying to get across as a band is fully on effect here. So I say congratulations. Do I have like a...
I want the song of the American dorm room.
No, I need like one that just like fully embraces like a good job, like a...
Dan, dismantle the titty corner and set up a poker table.
But I like poker. Okay, well, that was fun. Can I get bigger? Can we go even bigger? No, yes. Hi, so that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed my time with you. Looking at, I set my friends on fire 15 years later. That's so wild. I don't know what I will watch next week or 2 weeks from now. There's still promises. I don't have a time frame for this. So thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking around. You can check out my second channel. I'm gonna post tech-related videos to it soon, I promise. And don't you forget, don't you dirty. I also have a Spotify. Good as new. Please join the one other person that's listening to my music. I'm sure they feel lonely, as I do too. Awesome. Another music video in the bag. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you. My name's Grace. Catch you on the flip side.